I'm getting this message that there's a choice. And it's a choice that you can answer by feeling what's in your chest when you think about which way to go. If it expands, if you feel your heart and your chest expand while you're breathing, that's a yes sign. When it starts, tightening up, when you think about another choice, that's a no. My name is Kat, and today we'll be going over your past, present, future, your mind, body, spirit, your love reading, your light and shadow reading, and your oracle reading. So if you want to skip to any of the chapters, the timestamps will be listed below. But for now, let's get into your past, present, future. Spirits, what is this collective's past energy? The Page of Swords. That's telling me you've learned something that's very valuable. It's very logistic in your life. Can I have a clarifying card, actually? So there's only one of you. That is your superpower. So yes. Your heart is closed. It's shut off, and you're not paying attention to how your body's feeling. That's in your past energy. What's your present energy like, Spirit? What's the present energy? The Queen of Swords. So you're more of an empowering moment. You've learned something that you need to learn. Maybe what I said right there is listening to our bodies and realizing that they're powerful and are more intuitive than we think. So, because your current energy, the Queen of Swords, is telling me that you're in this power, you're taking it, and you're riding with it. So what's the future energy like? What's the future going to be for this collective, Spirit? Okay, we have the Eight of Cups. I think you're going on your own journey here. I think you're separating some ties. I think you've realized what your soul needs for yourself, and you're going to be going on your own self journey. That's what I'm getting right now. So, spirits, let's move on to the mind, body, spirit. This one really popped out. I think this is your mind energy. Yes, the Empress. Bingo, bingo, bango. So your mind right now is, you're giving yourself all sorts of love. You're giving yourself the break that you deserve. You're giving yourself the rest that you deserve. The Empress is major arcana, so that's telling me that some big life event is happening through your mind right now, and you're just trying to get through the next few weeks before this actually happens. So what's your body experiencing at this time? Judgment. Yeah, you're realizing you're giving yourself your own peace and not trying to worry about other people's opinions. And you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're thinking, wow, you look good. That's what you're saying to yourself. And that's a beautiful thing right there. Can I have a clarifying card on that, Spirit? Confidence. Yes. Okay, that's okay. That is exactly what's going on. You are very sure about this choice that you're going to make. You already know. And then now the breath work and your body is confirming what the decision that you have to make is. So what's your soul experiencing at this time? Spirit, what is the collective soul experiencing at this time? Justice. Okay, there's a lot of legal cards here, and it makes me think that there really is going to be two souls going separate ways, and you've decided that you're going to pick you in this matter. I don't think this is a toxic relationship per se, but I think you feel more, you don't feel like, I don't want to say you want to be toxic with this person that you're with, but it seems to me like you like to fight and pick a fight with them just because you're bored. That's what I'm getting. Yep, respect. When nearing the heart of a sacred quest, motivation and integrity of human desires are challenged. So you definitely feel challenged in this choice. You want to lean towards your desire, but right now you're feeling bored and you know that you can't move for potentially a few more weeks, a few more months. That's what I'm getting. So let's move forward with your love reading. Spirits, what do we have today? What is their role in this love connection? The Five of Cups. So this is why it's making me feel like there's a separation coming, because you're going into your own journey. You're going into your own void. What's their partner's role in this? There's definitely distance. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles. So the other person is kind of not really paying attention to what you're doing. They're chugging along on their duties, on what they want to fulfill in their life. I don't know if they're paying attention to you. Let's see. What's the dynamic between the two? The Ace of Pentacles. This is the card that I got last time, and it represented a risk. So I think your relationship involved with this person is a risk. This person that you're thinking of right now, the one that you want to be with right now, because I believe that it's an energy that you know. It might be new though because of this ace, but I think that you are going into your own self journey. You're leaving this behind, and you're like, you know what, they can do their thing, I'll do my thing, and if it comes together, it comes together. But right now, if we do this, it's going to be risk. It's going to be a huge risk, because you have literal justice as your soul right now. But that also tells me that the universe is providing you for resources that you deserve. You've been working very hard. You've been actually doing the mental work that you need for your spirit. And the universe acknowledges that, and they recognize that. And they know that good things are coming very soon. Can I have another card, Spirit, for that? Inspiration. Yes. So this is about enjoying the journey. It's not about looking at the destination. It's about doing the things of like what you're excited for, what you want to do next. Like, okay, I did that. I mean, it flopped, but you know what? I'm excited for the next. Confirmation from the green truck. Green equals wealth. I do want to say okay, this is a side note here, but it's a good sign. I went to work. I'm an ER nurse. I went to work and I took a picture of the ambulance sign because I thought it looked really cool. And I'll insert the picture here, but it looked like the entire parking lot was lit up in green. And I thought, wow, that's a good omen. Most people are like, oh, that's haunting. I didn't look at it like that. I look at it like abundance is near. So abundance is near for you. Isn't that cool? So what's this love relationship past foundation? Maybe this will help. What's the past foundation? The Knight of Cups. I think recently in the past, you guys have noticed that your feelings for each other has blossomed, and it moved forward really, really quick. I would say a few months to a year is how quick that went. You realized your feelings for each other. But now it's kind of at a standstill because it's like, what do we do now? But don't worry, your soul is going to be okay. What's going to help them, Spirit? What's going to help them with this love connection? The Magician. Yes. So this is what I'm talking about. The universe is going to provide. You don't need to know what's going on. You need to be comfortable with the unknown and the universe providing for you. We need to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. That's what is going to help you with this love connection. Let's move forward with the light and shadow. Spirits, what is this collective's light at this time? The Knight of Swords. So, you're very rational in your actions, and you're very intentional in what you say. And I believe that you like to plant seeds into people, especially in the beginning. You like to say certain things to them to let them think about it for a while, and then think about you for a while. So that is a very strategic part of you that is considered a light that you have. You're very smart. You're very intelligent. You should be grateful for that, because most people, I think you are really interested in psychology. Like, you might like wearing a lot of red. Also, I'm getting that color. So what's your shadow like? The Ace of Wands. This tells me that you think too much before you take an action. You overthink something to the point where you second guess yourself and you self-sabotage yourself. And that's why the Ace of Wands is in your past position. School bus for confirmation. So, where are you growing? Eight of Swords. I'm pretty sure I just said this. You're so consumed by your own thoughts that you feel so trapped where you are right now. You don't know where you're going. You don't know what the unknown is. You have no control. You hate the fact that you don't have control, but you're also growing in this. You're also being okay with this. You're still getting there. Don't get me wrong, you're still getting there, but you're going places, okay? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So what energy needs releasing at this time, Spirit? The Star. So I feel like you've been obsessively clicking, maybe you post content. I think you've been obsessively clicking the stats, the views, the analytics, everything. But at the end of the day, you're going to post what you want to post because you're a silly, goofy little goose. And you're going to do what you want. And you shouldn't care about who's watching. You shouldn't care about what comments are going to be on there. Because you're going to get hate regardless whether you do something or not. So you might as well do it and you might as well not care. Okay? Because that's the energy that needs to be released. Because you already are a star. You have the light in you. You're a huge ball of light. You're expanding outward everywhere. So it doesn't matter what you post online. And it doesn't matter about the analytics. It really doesn't. So, here we go. What is the next step forward for this collective, Spirit? The Four of Pentacles. That's the next step forward. That's kind of strange because that's kind of like an in-between card, I'd say. So the next step forward, I would say look out for 444s. If you see a lot of 444s, you know what that next action is to take. I think right now you need to focus in the present. I think this is what the Four of Pentacles is saying. You need to focus on where you are right now. Look at the 3D world that you are right now. Stop looking up. Stop looking down. Stop looking behind. Stop looking forward. You're here. Okay? Because when we look at the past, we look at depression. When we look at the future, we look at anxiety. So we need to be here. All right. So that was your light and shadow. Let's get into your oracle. I'd like to start with the Spirit of Alchemy. Spirits, any lasting messages for this beautiful collective today? The Stairs. So you see that there's like this rainbow here at the end, at the top, and the moon. That's a new doorway. That's a new chapter in your life. You might have seen a lot of sunflowers in the summertime. You've been stuck in your thoughts this whole summer. Or this whole past season, whatever season we're in right now for you. But you haven't taken action. And with this being one, this means this is a new chapter. This is definitely a new time in your life. The spirits are definitely providing for you the end of the rainbow that you deserve. This is jackpot, baby. This is jackpot. I love that. Anything else from the Spirit of Alchemy, spirits? Any other messages? Also, this is a life event happening. It's happening very, very soon. I see a lot of stars. Okay. Anything else? Another life event, the bridge. So you're bridging between two chapters in your life. It's like there's another soul that you're reaching out for that you really want to connect to. And there's also, it looks like an eagle, this purple eagle that's sitting on a bridge. And to me, that's telling me that you need to stay optimistic in this new chapter because it's going to come. You're crossing over this bridge. You have to make this choice that you feel expanded in. If you don't make this choice, you're not going to cross that bridge. So that's really something to think about when making this decision for your newfound situation. What does the Forest Tarot have to say about this, Spirit? I see a small bird flying by. Wow, the Ace of Stones. This is the foundation of life. Also a new chapter, you're going to see, maybe you're moving. Maybe you're going to be getting rid of all of these material things in your life. And you need to not care. Essentially, you need to give up everything that you have. Because this is the foundation of life. Everything is not permanent. Okay? Nothing is permanent. And nothing is going to be the same as it is right now. That is what the Forest is telling me. So, another new chapter, Ace of Arrows, the breath of life. This is fire energy right here. That's fire energy. So it's going to come quick. It's going to come fast. It's coming. I mean, I said a few weeks, few months, but this to me is, maybe 2 weeks. Okay? Just keep an eye out for that. Spirits, can I have a clarifying card? Get grounded. So you're an empath. You're highly sensitive. So connect with nature. Go outside. Meditate. Get up early. Okay? Because there's nothing like being outside and nobody's awake. Okay? Anything else, spirits? Life has to end, but love doesn't. All that we love deeply becomes a part of us. So this new chapter you're coming into, I think you're scared because you're maybe disconnecting from a connection. Maybe you're starting a new job, starting a new chapter. Your heart has been closed, but your heart needs to open up. Number 62 might also be a sign for you. So spirits, anything left for this beautiful collective at this time? So there's a soul plan, there's a fated life versus a destiny life. I want to read about this one because that sounds interesting. The fated life versus the destiny life. So there is a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life you're living right now, when you plotted out these exact moments along the timelines of your life. You may find yourself at a crossroads. This is where the choice is. At a moment when you're being called to make a decision, to keep walking the perfectly laid out path before you or choose the one less traveled. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. This is exactly what I'm saying. Oh my gosh, thank you, Spirit. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal for doubt to rear its head. In fact, this is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her life comes eye to eye with doubt in their journey. The only way around it is through it. It's all part of the larger plan. I'm sorry, that just kind of made me want to cry. So the inquiry here is, what are we being called to do to surrender to our soul's plan? I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, spirits. Thank you, collective. I love you all, and have a blessed day.